And hello, everyone. Good Sunday evening. I hope you've enjoyed your day of football. Go Vikings. Go Denver football Broncos. What an exciting day it continues. Now, we have a lot of exciting weather to talk about. The northern lights are out right now, and it looks like our drought conditions will continue as fires did ravage portions of the region over the last 36 hours. At least the wind gusts over 70 miles per hour have subsided. Your forecast for the week ahead begins right now.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
And a quick message from my friends at Robert Gibb and Sons. Keep in mind that it's that time to get that furnace cleaned and checked. And Robert Gibb and Sons will do it with quality technicians for only $99. Please give them a call today, Robert Gibb and Sons, and let them know Hutch sent you. Okay, here's what we need to talk about first and foremost is that chance of the northern lights across the area tonight. And in fact, you are chiming in just like I always love. Right now, I'm watching my live feed here, and if you have a question or a photo, share it with us right here. But I've already got one to share with you. It's been uploaded to my brand new website, hutchesweather.com. So let's check that out real quick as we get started, and then we'll talk about how warm we get, how cold we get, because we have a little bit of everything from frost to near record highs, believe it or not. Hutchesweather.com photo uploads. Let's check this out. A brand new one just coming in moments ago. Thanks to all of you. Look. Okay, so when you go to Hutch's Weather, scroll down to the bottom, you're going to find that part of the page where it says upload your photos, but this is also where you peruse, can look around and have some fun. Now check it out. Let's all have fun together. Look at Flum out here as we look at the gorgeous night sky. No, that's not snow down there in the background. That is gorgeous conditions. Very dry weather across the area, but look at the lights out there for tonight. Elizabeth, thank you so very much for participating on hutchesweather.com. Do you have a photo of the northern lights? Not yet? Well, go out, check them out, and get one, and then upload it to hutchesweather.com. Hey, those northern lights were beautiful this weekend. I asked, and you delivered one more photo. Thanks so very much for your photo uploads. Melissa Smith, look at this gorgeous sight looking up through the cascading trees with colors cascading as well, from still the trees holding on to their green to the others that are losing some of the battle as we see the gorgeous colors across the region. Thank you so very, very much. Now, I just got to pass this along to you and make a request of you as well, and that is, if you're on Facebook, head over to my page where you may be watching me right now and hit the follow button. Everyone that follows, it really does help. So if you would take time to do that, Hutch would appreciate it. Now, let's talk weather. Whoa! All right, now we're going to talk a bit about our forecast for tonight. Northern Lights viewing, looking good. Look at the northern plains. Oh my goodness, we have tropical weather down in the Gulf once again. A major hurricane, Milton, is going to be increasing in intensity. It's not major hurricane yet, but is expected to get that way as it works its way toward the west coast of Florida. Okay, this is a significant storm system bringing significant impacts to life and property once again down there. Now for us, we do have a few clouds, a batch moving out of the west. Smoke from the fires, a lot of you have been wondering, and yes, you can smell it out there. Hey, thanks Shirley for watching from Moorhead. Thanks Leora from watching from St. Hilaire. And again, thank you for uploading all your photos. Nathan, good to have you on board as well. Okay, let's look at this forecast, shall we? We set things into motion, and you're going to notice as we zoom in, where do these clouds go and when? Here's what happens. They spread out these. There's a couple of green pimples here, but we are so very dry. Any precipitation-sized droplets that form in the clouds as they fall down to the ground tend to evaporate in that drier air. I don't expect much in the way of rain. I can't rule out a windshield wrecking sprinkle of rain where it kind of causes dust and stuff to stick to your windshield. Now, that's as we go through the overnight hours, so most of us in the valley should see clear conditions to view those northern lights with a passing sprinkle not out of the question, but not necessarily likely. Monday, we'll have partly cloudy skies early, decreasing clouds late as this little weather wiggle wobbles its way through to start your work week. Midday temperatures looking pretty high as we'll start warming things right back up again thanks to the abundant sunshine. This little weather wiggle comes without the gusty winds that we had over the weekend, the terrible gusty winds. Now, the winds will be from the west and northwest, and for some of us from the southwest, meaning any fires that are still going on, you will smell the smoke. So that's another aspect of our forecast that came at really, the wind didn't come at great surprise, but the spreading and expanding fires in North Dakota did. Loss of life, loss of property, livestock, land. Just a terrible weekend for many of our neighbors out to the west and even in parts of the valley. Let's take a look at that fire weather forecast, and let's take a look also at the smoke forecast. So that's what we're going to do right now. Real quickly, if you have a question too, just plop it on my live feed here on Facebook. But for now, here is a look at the smoke, and we'll go ahead and go out to a model that will get us out well into your day tomorrow. And we're going to look at the integrated smoke, but the near surface smoke. Now, you're going to see there are point source fires out in western North Dakota still burning. So the model is now taking into account as we look ahead at where this smoke is heading. Remember, with a west or southwest wind, some of this is going to drift into the central Dakotas, but the main event is out in the western Rockies with a lot of smoke out there. And the overall trend as we go through the next 24 hours is for light smoke here in the southern and central part of the state, but it will get increasingly nasty and choking smoke levels at the surface in southeast Montana, southwest North Dakota, and western South Dakota by the time we get to your Tuesday, and particularly in the afternoon. So looks like some of this will make its way into the eastern Dakotas as we head into the middle of the week. So let's be prepared for some more smoke in the air as we go through, and also let's be prepared for dry weather in your immediate forecast. Okay, that takes a look at the northern lights. That takes a look at our short-term forecast. What about the climate outlook? Let's go to the 8 to 10-day temperature forecast, and this is going to be a trend. We have a chance at seeing some dry weather continuing, so our drought conditions are likely going to continue to expand across portions of the valley. Check this out. This is from the Climate Prediction Center, 8 to 14-day forecast. A very good chance of being drier than average here in the central part of South Dakota to the eastern part of South Dakota, and a fairly good chance of dry weather continuing across the valley. In fact, as you'll see on the 7-day planner, I have one chance of rain. It's not a 0% chance, but it's not a real high percent chance of a soaking event either. What about temperatures? You say Hutch has got you covered 8 to 10 day. This will be the end of our 7-day forecast into the next week. And look at this. That trend is for a great chance at being well above average for this time of the year with these red colors. We're talking about 60 to 70% chance of seeing above average temperatures in that second week of forecast. So here's what you need to know as we take a look at the forecast for tonight across our area. Temperatures will be coolest out to the east, where we do have some frost headlines out in parts of the Arrowhead of Minnesota. Temperatures there will be in the 30s as we look up towards Ely, up towards International Falls. I would not be surprised at some upper 30s there. Look how close we'll be to the 30s in Fargo. Grand Forks may be a chance at that as well. I do think there'll be a few clouds down in southeast North Dakota that could limit some of our cooling there. Now, the wind will be strongest out to the west. It'll be west or southwesterly at about 5 to 25 miles per hour. The stronger the wind is, the better chance at milder weather. And as you can see in Williston, the temperatures to start your day will be generally in the 50-degree range. Afternoon temperatures warm up where the southwest winds will be chugging along at about 15 miles per hour. Here in the valley, our wind will be west or southwesterly, I think fairly light throughout our day, and the sun will go to work. There'll be that batch of clouds drifting through in the early half of the day, maybe into the early afternoon as well, but we will see some pleasant conditions. The coolest weather, northern Minnesota with 60s on the docket out there for you folks in places like Bemidji and in places like out near Hallock and the area in and around Lake of the Woods. Here's what everyone wants to know. Planning forecast as we get you back to your football and back to your evening and planning for the week ahead. Now, the week ahead's planning is very important because we'll have temperatures climbing throughout the week. 70 in Fargo on your Monday, Tuesday in the mid 70s, upper 70s for Wednesday. Look at this. Thursday will bring a chance to very close to record highs for some. Your record high in Fargo is 86 degrees. We'll be at 82, and I'm being a little conservative on this temperature. Some models have us as high as 88. Hutch don't forecast records because, to put it simply, they don't happen too often unless I'm convinced. Not convinced yet, but it'll be close. Only a light chance of showers for a few on Saturday. As our next weather change comes, it begins moving through on Friday. A dry system works its way through. There'll be a chance for some light rain, but the best chance looks north and east as we go through the day. So I did leave Fargo for the most part a little on the drier side. That is your forecast. Now let's take a look and see if we have any questions before we move you along on your Sunday night. And again, thank you so very much for watching. Rich, thank you very much. Slightly hazy here in Perham, and I appreciate your input as always. Sherry, thank you for sharing stars on Hutch's weather. Bonnie says the northern lights are great tonight. That's wonderful to hear. If you want to see the northern lights and see if we can check them out, let me know in the comments that you're still watching. Yes, Hutch, show me the northern lights, and I'll see if I can find them online here right now. But that is kind of fun to see. Your pictures are amazing. Hi to Tracy for watching from Lake Brunson. Paula, thank you for your stars. Paula, thank you for your stars. I sure appreciate that as well. So if you'd like to see the northern lights and you're still out there, give me a thumbs up and let me know. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can peruse and find details on just that. Real quickly, we'll go ahead and look up the Aurora cameras. Here we go. Okay, so let's see. Our University of North Dakota operates dual Aurora cameras, and they are live many times, and they are live right now. Can we see them? Do you want to see them? I think I heard a yes. Here you go. This is live, and this is happening right now, thanks to my friends at the Department of Physics and Astrophysics at the University of North Dakota for a quick view of their camera. You can see this site anytime. I'll put the link in the comments section right here so you can join with me right now in real time. And let's give their page some love. Go ahead and subscribe if you see fit or you'd like to check out with me the cameras that are on the air right now. So go ahead. I'll paste a link right now. That's one of the beauties of Hutch's weather here. Overtime, extra time, and here you go. Let's check it out. All right, let me put this up over here and we'll see if we can all see it together. And it's a stunning sight. Did you get the link? Did you get the link? Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can find the right screen here. Let's go right over to... All right. That's not the right screen. There we go. Let's just use this one. So this is on YouTube. And again, this is the UND Department of Physics and Astrophysics. And look at the Northern Lights live right now. This is located north of town, aurorasaurus.org. Eh? Look at that. We got us as you look up towards Canada. What I like to say is go up north of town. If you live in Grand Forks, go north of town. Go to the north of the town because you're going to look to the north on the horizon. Okay, so if you have lights coming from a city to the north of you that's fairly close, it's going to pollute the sky with that light. And that light from the city lights does tend to bounce off things like smoke in the sky or anything. So it really can cause a reduction in your ability to see the northern lights. So get out there, check out the northern lights. Oh, by golly, it looks like Hutch has got a brand new picture up. I'll go ahead and effort to look at that here. But in the meantime, if you do get pictures of the northern lights or anything, I'd love to have you on board with that. And now I'm going to take a look at two other things that I think are pertinent to our conversation tonight, because this is a big weather week for Hutch's weather. Even though the weather forecast, as you saw, is relatively on the quiet side, the weather around here is not on the quiet side, particularly if you're a fan of Hutch's weather and my 27-year commitment to passing on my love of weather to your kids right here in North Dakota and the Valley. I've been doing this for so many years, and this year we're starting again, so pay attention to Hutch's weather to see information about the very first Hutch's Weather Kid. This is brought to you by my friends at Luther Family Ford. Now, I am asking you to sign your kids up. You can swing into Luther Family Ford during normal business hours. They're at I-29 and the 32nd Avenue exit. And you know what? It's not just local folks that we want to sign up. We want all of you to sign up and make a commitment to get out here. You can sign up if you can't get over to the dealership at hutchesweather.com/weatherkid. But if you just go to my website, you'll find the very, very latest on that. So that's one exciting thing that's going on. And again, that's going on this week. I'll have more information on that as we go through the week. Really so excited to get back into doing what I love with regards to having fun, sharing my love of weather with area students. Okay, now these northern lights are pretty fun out there right now. Let's go ahead and take a peek. We did take a look at that, but what I'm doing now is I'm going to my website and I'm double checking to see what the next picture that was loaded is. Is this of the northern lights? Oh, yep, it is. We got more from Flum. It looks like, oh my gosh, these are stunning. These northern lights are amazing. How about Bemidji? So I'll go ahead and show you, and this is what makes Hutch's weather fantastic and whip skippy diggless. It's fantastic. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on with your photos, because we got a couple new ones to show you real quick, and then we'll sign off for the evening here on Hutch's Weather. Woo-wee. All right, here we go. Look at this light show out in Bemidji amongst the trees and the pines. You can see all those lights shining up brightly. Bonnie, thank you so very, very much for sharing your photo right here. You can even see some stars twinkling in there. And again, you can head over to Hutch's website to upload your photos, videos, if you happen to get a time lapse, or you can even just peruse the pictures from your neighbors and friends who enjoy Hutch's Weather. Oh, Elizabeth, look at this. Oh my goodness, that is shooting the color. So we have the emerald greens, and you have the reds and the purples out there as well. Thank you so very, very much. You know, this week has been a wild week of weather here in the valley with all of the wind. I was out in Colorado and enjoying a visit with my mom, and it was a fun time out there. But I was sure thinking about all the winds whipping up over 70 miles per hour. And did you know hurricane force winds are 74 miles per hour? That's when we have a Category 1 hurricane. Now, that doesn't mean winds that we saw were from a hurricane. That's not it. But the pressure system that was driving those winds was extremely low. So I'm sure glad that is done, but the battle for the fire continues. And the fact of the matter remains that because of dry conditions across the area, the risk of fires is enhanced by not only the dry, tender vegetation across the area, but also because of the fact that we have lower humidity and we've had some significant winds as well. So I see there's a lot of folks here on the UND channel. I hope you are one of them. Thank you for checking them out. We do have some amazing northern lights out here. Thanks again to my friends at the Department of Physics and Astrophysics at the University of North Dakota with their aurorasaurus.org. Fantastic dual aurora cams out there. Man, I can even see the purples in that right now as we head away as well. Again, thanks so very much for liking me right here on the old Facebook page and hitting the follow button. That really makes a difference. Some of you might say, I don't know if I should follow. Yes, you should follow because it helps Hutch out by having more followers, and you'll get more notifications of when Hutch is going live. I can hear my phone saying, Hutch, you got more pictures coming in, and you can do the same by logging on to hutchesweather.com. You can follow Hutch on Facebook, please, and if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button there. I will have an update on the hurricane working its way through the Gulf on my YouTube channel, so stay tuned for that early this week as we brace to see the Gulf Coast bracing for yet another very impactful major hurricane likely as we head towards landfall later this week. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. You're watching Hutch's Weather. Have a great Sunday night.